Hello students, welcome to ePhysics. Students, in this video, we will be discussing about the force between 2 point charges in terms of their position vectors. Now, students, if we talk about the position vectors, then we will have to consider a frame of reference. Now, let us consider we have a frame of reference and name it as O, X, Y, Z. Clear? Now let us consider a frame of reference O, X, Y, Z. Clear? Now students, in this also we have to consider some more things, like we have to consider 2 point charges Q1 and Q2 whose position vectors from the origin will be, let us consider for Q1 it is R1, okay, R1, for Q2 it is R2, okay, R2. Now students, we have studied in the previous videos that the force on 2 due to 1 will be in this direction, that is force on the second charge due to the first charge will be on this direction, and the force on first charge due to the second charge will be on this direction. Let me write it over here, that is force on first charge due to the second charge. Clear? Also, now let me change the ink first. So students, now here we can see the position vectors. This will be the direction, this will be the direction, that is R2 1 cap, and so let's consider this frame of reference with similar point of charges, and let us also name them. Let us consider this is point A and this is point B. Clear with this? Now students, let me first write the terms. OA vector is equal to R1 vector, and OB vector is equal to R2 vector. Clear with this? So we know that from Coulomb's law, that is force on the first charge due to the second charge will be equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 divided by R square. Here when we talk about force on first charge due to the second charge, the direction of R21 cap is along the direction of F12, so this will be R21 cap. Clear? Now again we can also write it as 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 upon R cube if we multiply and divide by R. Okay, so we will see R square multiplied by R is R cube, and here we will be left with R multiplied by R21 cap. Clear with this? So why have we done this? We will learn it now. From triangle's law of vector addition, from triangle's law, we can see from the figure over here that OB plus BA will be, you can see again, OB plus BA is equals to OA. So OB vector plus BA vector is equals to OA vector. Clear with this? Now, so BA vector is equals to OA vector. This plus will become minus on the RHS, OB vector. So we have BA vector is nothing other than R. The distance between Q1 and Q2 is R multiplied by the unit vector, that is R21 cap. So we can write it as R multiplied by R21 cap. equals to r1 minus r2. Okay, now from here we can also write it as, since this is a unit vector, we can also neglect it, or we can write it as r equals to r1 vector minus r2 vector. Now if we substitute these equations over here, this over here, let us consider this is equation 1 and let us consider this is equation 2. Now if we put r is equals to r1 minus r2 over equation 1, so we get it over from here that from equation 1 and equation 2 we get that force on 1 due to 2 is equals to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. Here q1 is multiplied by q2 divided by, there is r cube, here it is r cube, so in the place of r it will be r1 vector minus r2 vector का whole cube multiplied by, here we have r multiplied by r cap to 1, so here we can also write it as r1 minus r2. So that's it with this, that is force on 1 due to 2 when we talk about the forces and in respect to their position vectors. So this is the equation for force on point charge 1 with respect to the other point charge. Now if we take similarly for the other charge, we can write it as F force on second charge due to the first charge will be equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q1 multiplied by q2 divided by, here in this case since the directions are changing, so we will take it as r2 minus r1 the whole cube multiplied by again r2 minus r1. Is it clear? So this is the second equation. So that's how we have studied it. So that's it with the video. I hope you understood it very nicely. Thank you very much for watching.